Space Jam predicts the future, toilet paper calculus, and hashtag release the butthole cut on today's episode of 123 Jokes.
Welcome everybody to 123 Jokes, the competitive comedy podcast where we take three stories from the news, tell three jokes about each story, and decide who has written the funniest joke. My name is Jeremy Martinez.
My name is Ricardo Leon.
I'm Bob Timmons.
I'm Carly Kastner.
And in place of our resident judge, Aaron Kraft, we have our good friend,
Patrick Belling.
Patrick Belling. Good to have you, Patrick.
Those who don't know Aaron very well might have thought that was Aaron because he's got the glasses, he's got the button-up shirt with the collar.
He's white.
He's
white. I think it's the white skin. That's really the...
You guys forgot, though, when you introduced me, that I'm also a returning two-time champion to the podcast.
Oh, we didn't
forget.
Jinx, Jeremy.
You just didn't mention it. Well, you guys all sound funny. What's going on? What's the deal here?
We're not in the room with you.
What?
Hey, I'm going to stop. Sorry. Carly, do you have it on like Brady Bunch mode?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure.
Now, would this be edited in any way, or is it just going out?
I don't know.
I think it's just going out.
All right. So far, so good.
Yeah, so we are all in different parts of the Valley of the Sun doing our part to social distance to combat coronavirus. So we are telecommuting to the podcast today.
Is that what telecommuting is when you call in to work?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's telecommuting.
So you guys normally just commute?
I usually just tell her.
He usually tells her like it is.
I tell her like it is.
And Jeremy, obviously, we can't see his face, but you can see his little box with the phone there. Jeremy doesn't have very good internet right now, so he is calling in on the phone, so he's really telecommuting.
That's right.
The quality of Carly's internet. Go ahead, Jeremy.
This is going to happen a little bit, but I was just saying, long-time listener, first-time caller, excited to be here. What are you going to say, Bob?
I said you talk.
I did.
All right. Now, should we continue this really smooth conversation, or should we get into the show?
I think we should.
Oh, how's everybody doing? Like, how's everybody surviving?
My nose is bothering me, sore throat, fever, but other than that, I'm feeling pretty good.
Well, that makes me never happier to not be seeing you.
I'm losing my mind. Like,
no shit.
Yeah, your house looks really good. Rick, why do you have your green screen thing on? Why can't we just see what there's no way your regular house looks worse than this.
I know, right? It's just a smoldering pile of rubble. How are you getting through all this? Are you working from home?
Yeah, I've been working from home for a few weeks here. So,
Pat, I have a question. You normally work from home, so how is this any different? How is your life?
I'm not doing any traveling for work. I'm not over in LA for anything or any of that. So, yeah. And Brittany's here. My girlfriend is home. She's not examining people's skin except over FaceTime. Which
nice.
Oh, yeah. And she's a beautician, right?
She is a physician's assistant.
Oh, fuck you.
My bad.
Oncology. So, yeah.
What is she?
Okay.
No way.
No.
She's an accountant. What did you think?
So it's pretty much, she's like an engineer for people. Yeah.
So she's like an engineer who does makeup and stuff?
Jesus.
Jeremy, a couple years ago they passed the law and now women can practice medicine.
You know what?
Jeremy is kidding. He knew all about it. He was furious.
The doctor wasn't lying.
I intentionally repressed that memory.
And you're going through the quarantine alone, Jeremy? Is that right?
I am here alone with my doggy.
Ugh.
No pets, though.
Just your feet.
There's a pretty decent probability that dogs will come into the camera shot on my end here.
On anyone's given stream here.
Kind of like.
I'm sure I will be able to tell when a dog has entered the frame by Carly's noises.
That's a really good guess.
Yeah, Carly will be like.
Well, for the listeners and the viewers, Pat and I actually used to be roommates. So the dogs that he has at his place right now are dear friends of mine, and so I will get very excited if I see them.
Yeah. All right. Well, how about we get into round one?
Let's do
All
it.
right. Round one. Space Jam seems to have predicted the NBA canceling games nearly 24 years prior to coronavirus. Space Jam appears to have foreshadowed the NBA shutting down the league in 2020 after the league announced that the Utah Jazz center Rudy, I'm reading this very tiny screen, Rudy Gobert tested positive for coronavirus. Soon after the news, social media users were quick to point out a plot in the 1996 film where the NBA season was also suspended after players like Charles Barkley and Patrick Ewing appeared to be infected with a mysterious illness that took their talents. After meeting with team owners, I've decided that until we can guarantee the health and safety of our NBA players, there will be no more basketball this season, the NBA commissioner says in one scene. It was literally a scene from Space Jam. Players in the movie also refused to enter their locker room over a fear of germs. Fast forward today, and many athletes were not allowed to enter locker rooms because of fear of coronavirus. Space Jam predicted this. Space Jam was released on VHS on March 11th, 1997. You do the math, and that's 23 years to the day of the NBA suspension to the 2019-2020 season.
All right.
I'm going first?
No, I'll go first.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, do the math. That's 23 years exactly. Jim Carrey was in the movie The Number 23 and was also in Man on the Moon. Andy Kaufman is still alive.
All right.
Jeremy, just so you know, your connection didn't cut out. We just didn't laugh.
I'm sorry. I can't hear you guys. Laughter. Carly, can you turn the laughter up on the Zoom, please?
Jeremy, you can't hear our laughter, and you won't.
Yeah, and if you turn the laughter up, that's premium content, and I only have a basic Zoom account. So.
All right, Rick.
All right, Ricky, go ahead.
All right. I hope we can find a cure for COVID-19 so we can all end this suffering. Succotash.
That's good. I like that.
I was talking shit, but I don't think I'm going to have anything here. We'll see. People said the same thing in 2002 because Monstars sounds like SARS.
SARS.
Yeah. SARS indeed. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Space Jam was so premonition. They knew we'd forever remember the iconic, legendary careers of Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, and Sean Bradley. What the fuck are you doing in this group?
Sports fans.
That's no basketball joke for you guys.
Yeah, I got
That's
that.
a basketball joke.
A lot better than the other reference in the first joke.
I'm sorry, Pat. We couldn't hear you because Carly felt the need to sing.
I was singing the song from the movie, you guys.
That was being the song from the movie.
This was the song during the movie where they're in their wheelchair, and it's I got a basketball Jones.
We've all seen the movie.
But I was saying basketball joke.
It sounds like you were singing Astronaut Jones from Saturday Night Live.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or is it Rick?
It's Ricky's turn.
Oh, it's me. Sorry. What we all need now is some hand jobs.
They're out of those at the store right now, Rick.
You got to send away for them. It's going to take about 2 weeks.
Well, actually, Walgreens did have some, and unfortunately, you can only get 2 at a time.
Okay.
I only need one, yeah.
Perfect.
How long does a hand job usually hold you over for?
Usually I only get a hand job when it is over 60% alcohol.
You can make it yourself at home.
I got a recipe for you.
You're going to need 5 fingers and a palm. All right. If there's anything that millennials should be taken to task for, it's putting Space Jam on a pedestal. It was not a good movie. I'm sorry.
I loved that movie.
Fuck Space Jam.
Yeah. You tell it like it is.
Yeah.
All right. And here's my last shit joke. And of course, in the movie, the whole virus was the evil work of Danny DeVito, a Democrat.
Wait.
Are you guys there?
Yeah, we're here.
Oh, sorry, Jeremy, your feed cut out for a minute.
I don't know if I had a Space Jam recently enough. I don't.
Chances are nothing's going to help.
Yeah.
So it's Rick's turn.
Yeah.
All right. I believe in supply. I'm stocking up on my life supply. And while this disease is gonna take its toll, I wanna take care of my booty hole.
What? I like how even on Zoom, Rick has to pause in the middle of his song and just to readjust.
I think the visual that I enjoyed was Carly waving her hands back and forth with a grimace on her face. Let's see. I think this whole coronavirus thing has us really preparing for the next global crisis, Space Jam 2.
Yeah.
Is that made with Michael B. Jordan?
Hey.
Who's actually, they are making one. Who's starring in it?
Yeah.
On.
And Charles B. Barkley.
I like LeBron.
Okay, so I think that'll do it for the jokes in round 1. So we're going to go to our guest judge, Patrick.
So between LeBron and LeBrains, you choose LeBron?
I like a guy that has LeBrons and LeBrains.
And Rick, I certainly appreciate you letting me get 3/4 of the way through that sentence before you interrupted me.
Sure.
But
So
regardless of LeBrons and LeBrains, he's got to be black.
Jesus Christ. Patrick.
Hey, my thing just cut out and it shows my name.
Quote, Patrick Belling.
I didn't do that.
Well, regardless, you've heard all the jokes. And
There he is.
what are your thoughts? How did the points shake out for round 1?
So, I mean, I award 1 point overall for the entire first story, correct?
Okay, judge's discretion.
Oh.
So however you want to score this is up to you.
Well,
I would recommend maybe some basketball points. In the story.
Pointers.
what? Yeah, you have to score to get points in basketball, though.
Is that how it goes?
I think. I'm going to start by going with 0 for Jeremy.
What?
None of them really stuck for me. There's still time, though. There's still time. It's only the first quarter.
So you're throwing up some bricks?
Yeah, I'm throwing 2 points Ricardo's way. I liked the first and the second joke. Suffer and Succotash was, I think, the joke of the round.
Interesting.
And I'm throwing one one Bob's way for the next pandemic Space Jam 2.
All right, you got a free throw out of that. All right.
He had a free throw. He went to the foul line and he put one of the two in.
Or maybe it was.
Or he gave me one.
Maybe it was a technical foul free throw because I just blatantly sucked so bad.
Maybe it was a technical foul because of Foghorn Leghorn.
Jesus Christ. Take points away, Patrick.
Yeah.
Basket doesn't count.
Yeah. I think that's goaltending, yeah.
Yeah. Take those off the board.
Hey, guys.
Right. We'll go 2-1.
You always do it like this. I look very handsome. When you guys do Zoom meetings, do you spend a lot of time looking at yourself?
This is already chewed food. We talked about it earlier.
Not on the show. But look,
before you got here.
I realized my eyebrows and my mustache are like the same. It just looks like they photoshopped my eyebrows onto my mustache.
Well, your avatar is that bald guy that you draw the lead hair on, right?
Jeremy is 1,000,000 years old.
What?
Carly, we can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't.
You guys don't remember that toy?
Carly.
Sean Bradley?
I was on mute this whole time. What's the score right now?
1-0. Ricardo, Bob, then Jeremy. Ricardo, what I want to know is who's the guy in all black spandex standing behind you?
Oh my God.
Well, I guess we'll get the answer at the end of the show. So stay tuned.
All right. I think it's time to transition to the next round. Pat has a glass of wine he's going to enjoy. Let's get to round 2. This toilet paper calculator sorry, I swallowed it. I swallowed my spit wrong and I was choking on my own air. All right, let's start over. Round 2.
Breathing is hard.
Coronavirus symptoms.
This toilet paper calculator lets you know how long your bathroom stash will last. Unprecedented times call for unprecedented measures, and that's precisely how we as a society end up with something like how much toilet paper, a new website that calculates the dwindling amount of our most prized bathroom supply. It's a relatively simple tool. You put in the number of rolls you have left and the number of toilet visits you estimate you'll take per day, and it spits out a nice whole number at the top of the screen. So 10 rolls left at 3 visits per day, the default for the website when you visit it for the first time, equates to 53 days. That's plenty of toilet paper, you'd think. But there are advanced options for taking into account more granular metrics, like the number of people in the house and number of sheets on the roll of whatever brand of toilet paper you have. The results is fun, if not a tad dystopian. Which is a tool for figuring out how long your stash will last if coronavirus-related lockdowns around the world stay in effect for weeks to months. Creators of the site hope it will help people wake up to the dangers of hoarding in a crisis. Our average users have 500% more toilet paper than they need. Jesus, in a potential quarantine. We are hoping that people will use the site and see they don't need to go out and empty their shelves.
All right, Rick, do you want to start us off?
I do. Am I going to ration my rolls? Does a Charmin bear keep their asshole clean?
All right.
No, I'm yawning.
I wonder. I'm sorry to interrupt. I kind of wonder if does a Charmin bear shit in the bathroom?
No.
Would that have been a better...
They shit in the woods.
Yeah, in the commercial, it shows them in the woods.
Yeah.
All right, well.
Shut up, Jeremy.
Okay.
You know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you're no Jack Hanna. I ran out of toilet paper long ago, but I find it much easier to keep track of how many socks I have left.
Oof. I give that an oof, but in a good way.
Ooh.
I give that a good oof.
A good oof.
I give you that good oof.
People who require a more advanced calculator are redirected to a site selling TP87.
Yeah, I get it.
7?
Like a T9 calculator? A T89?
A TI. It's the TP. I changed TI to TP.
Got it.
Oh, man.
Don't reveal the magic trick, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
We gotta squeeze it up.
I'm yawning. I'm sorry. I'm not bored. I'm just tired.
We gotta squeeze this Charmin as far as we can. Nope.
Is that it? No.
Squeeze the Charmin. You squeeze it, make it last.
Squeeze it.
Oh, this is a good setup. I can't wait for the punchline. They say they're hoping people will use the site and see that they don't need to go out and empty the shelves. I guess these boys didn't visit the site that shows you how many stupid assholes there are.
Yeah.
Well, if there's 10 assholes in the store,
That's a lot of toilet paper for those assholes.
which is the default setting for number of assholes in a store.
They didn't visit the site that tells you how many assholes there are, which is the rest of the internet.
Helpful tool.
Yeah. All right, here we go. It tries to spit out a whole number, but of course the math gets messier if you've eaten pie.
Come on.
That's a good one, Jeremy. You can't see me, but I laughed.
No good oof, though?
Well, it wasn't gross enough for me to good oof. I mean, well...
He's talking about feces.
What if he gets out a prune pie?
A pudding pie?
Is there such a thing?
I don't
All right,
know.
let me do my joke.
Speaking of prune pies.
At this point At this point in your financial journey, I would not invest in high-risk single-ply toilet tissue.
Okay.
It's double ply.
Any thoughts, or should I go?
Save it.
I'll do my best. Okay, so I use about a half roll every time I go to the bathroom, which is about 8 times a day. So the calculator says I should go to the doctor. Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Oh my gosh, I'm actually crying from that joke. That was hilarious.
Very emotional stuff.
Maybe I should go to the doctor.
What is this water that is leaking from my eyes?
I need a tissue, but they don't have any at the store.
Use your sock. Okay, I think that's it for the jokes in round 2, yes?
No, I got one more.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're better off using an office calculator because the roll of paper it prints on can be used as a bonus roll of toilet paper.
All right, Patrick, that'll do it for the jokes in round 2. What are your thoughts?
I thought all 3 of Bob's stuck. I think you guys know more about toilet paper than you do about basketball.
I'd say it's pretty even for me.
That helped you in this round. Just your street knowledge.
Just our street knowledge.
I think I'm going to go 3 for Bob because all 3 stuck. I think Rick and Jeremy one apiece.
Oh.
I got 1 out of 3 that really stuck for both there.
Are you trying to make a pun or something with the stuck thing? It could be in my imagination, but
I'm using the word stuck, meaning like it's stuck in my head.
Right, I'm aware of that.
Is it?
I thought the same thing at first, Robert, but I don't think so.
Carly's gone.
I have to blow my nose, you guys. Bob made me laugh too hard.
Okay, then I'll allow it. All right, so that's, where do we stand? 4 points for me.
Yep.
3 points for me.
Yep.
And one for me.
Yep. That sounds right to me. 4-3.
Okay. Still a close
You
game.
got 4 points, right?
That is what I said.
Okay, good. Thank you.
All right, Carly back from clearing all the snot and boogers from her nose. And she muted herself, so she doesn't know what she's doing over there. Okay. So still anybody's game, I believe.
Game.
So right now it's Bob with 4 points, Ricardo with 3, and Jeremy has 1.
That's correct.
All right.
Alrighty, let's see who takes it. Jeremy is going to need to land all 3 just to tie Bob in this next round.
He's going to need at least a touchdown.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Well, this next story is pretty weird, so I'm excited to hear your jokes in round 3. Fans demand Universal Pictures to release the butthole cut. Have you guys heard of this? This is the first time I'm hearing of this.
I need you to say that whole sentence again.
Slower.
Cats fans, like the movie Cats,
Yeah.
demand Universal Pictures to release the butthole cut.
And that's it for the story, too. We don't have any more information.
You'll
I
get
would
it.
say
You whack too hard, you get a butthole cut.
You'll get it as I read the story. As confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the United States continue to rise, many Americans find themselves self-quarantined at home with a lot more free time. Some folks have picked up new hobbies, some have grappled with their new work-from-home lifestyles, and others have thrown themselves into advocacy work. That advocacy work has taken on various forms, including but not limited to petitioning for Universal Pictures to release the butthole cut of the movie Cats. Cats, if you recall, was one of the biggest critical and commercial failures in recent memory, reportedly losing as much as $100 million at the box office. Yet the baffling CGI musical has developed a passionate cult following and stoked intense curiosity among nearly everyone who has seen it. Among those viewers is writer, producer, director Ben Meckler, who on Tuesday tweeted, "I desperately need a tell-all book about the making of Cats. It could really help me get through this." Thankfully, TV writer Jack Waz offered the internet a behind-the-scenes nugget after a friend of his working in special effects was hired to work on the film. His entire job was to remove...
Nugget, that toilet paper will really come in handy.
His entire job was to remove CGI buttholes that had been inserted a few months before, which means that somewhere out there exists a butthole cut of Cats. Waz followed up with a mission statement. "Finding this cut is my white whale. Hashtag release the butthole cut." And with that, hashtag release the butthole cut was off to the races on Twitter. Knives Out director Ryan Johnson even threw in his clout behind the movement, tweeting hashtag release the butthole cut is exactly what we all need right now. Members of the hashtag release the butthole cut movement may want to focus on securing the vocal support of Seth Rogen, who live tweeted his Cats viewings experience while stoned. Rogen had many questions, understandably, but was so engrossed nonetheless. As humanity teeters on the brink of collapse, releasing the butthole cut of Cats, not caps, could be the balm we so desperately seek. Update, as of March 18th, according to Meckler, there is no butthole edition. An anonymous crew member from Cats told him, at least not an intentional one. Per Meckler, many shots resembled buttholes, and so they needed to be edited out.
All right, Robert, you're up first.
That resemble buttholes.
What's that, Rick?
Let's list off all the things that resemble buttholes.
All right.
Taylor Swift?
All right, shots fired at Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I like Taylor.
Update. There is no butthole cut of cats. Even if we make it out of the pandemic, what for?
So you want to see cat buttholes that are what? Sweaty and hairy? I have one of those, and I never try to look at it. Although I do call it macavity.
Rick?
Is there a cat name from the movie Cats called Macavity?
And that's what I'm wondering.
Macavity is one of the cats in Cat. I call my butthole macavity.
I mean,
what about that cat Holden McGroin?
What about that cat, my bleedy dick?
He'll be in the sequel, Flop.
Rick, do you want to...
The sequel is called Pussy.
Jesus.
Charlie calls her butthole pussy.
She calls it her butthole pussy.
It's actually my pussy butthole.
We've got her vagina and her butt pussy.
And you don't want either one. All right, Patrick had to take a swig of wine on that one.
All right.
it's a little too close to home.
All right. I demand that all film adaptations of Andrew Lloyd Webber musicals remove buttholes from their characters. Keeping this in mind, I will forego all my jokes and instead present a medley of songs to comply with these altered shows. Don't cry for me and my anus, even when my poops are as large as a school bus. Even though I may yell, scream, and cause big crazy fuss, I'll be so backed up, but this I just must.
You must love me.
Great contribution, Carly.
It wasn't for anyone. It was for me.
I got it.
I just high-fived you, Jeremy.
Finally, a version of Cats I can get behind.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, keep it moving.
All right. Well, if you liked Ricky's, I got one for you.
Oh, great.
You know, people need a reason to laugh. People just want to go back, 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 past the jellicle balls, back, 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 back to the underside layer. Those are lyrics from Cat.
You guys should have told me in preparation for today's episode.
That you need to watch.
Hey, Patrick, it wouldn't have helped, man.
Yeah, okay.
Although in Cats they talk about the jellicle ball, going to the jellicle ball, I said go past the jellicle ball.
Christ almighty. Who's next?
I wish you guys could see my gestures. I just grabbed balls like with my hand.
I wish you guys could see the outfit I'm wearing right now.
I'm
dressed as a cat.
Thing that I'm talking about.
Rick, go ahead.
Let me just blow you when you want anal. Don't force me to sodomy. I don't have the interest. Why can't you fuck in missionary? Wait, what the fuck?
Okay.
Indeed.
Jeremy and I...
Just get some lube and you can stick it deep in my ear. Just don't stick it in my rear.
I want to know if Jeremy knew what song that was and from what musical.
That sounds like Tell Me on a Sunday, Please.
Mm-hmm.
From what?
But...
From Tell Me on a Sunday.
It was from the musical, but...
Is that the name of the show?
I think so. Or it's not a show, maybe.
Sunday in the Park with George?
I think that's a Stephen Sondheim song, not an Andrew Lloyd Webber song.
It's not. It's a Andrew Lloyd Webber song.
Okay.
Listeners, look it up.
Never heard of it.
Listeners, are you there?
You know what? Let's let Patrick be the judge.
The basketball fan, Patrick.
Is he still awake?
He's about a half a bottle in right now.
Are there more jokes?
All right. Yeah, Rick, Bob's up.
Let's see. No butthole cut of the film, unfortunately. We still hold out hope that there is indeed a cut of the movie featuring the male characters' barbed penises. So fingers crossed.
I heard one guy spent months digitally adding buttholes, and another guy spent months digitally reducing the size of Jason Derulo's butthole.
Homophobic.
Yeah.
Is Jason Derulo gay?
Jeremy thinks that anybody in a musical is gay.
No, there's a whole thing that his package had to be digitally reduced because it was too big.
How do you know so much about this goddamn movie?
What
Have
a great
you met
publicist.
Jeremy?
What?
Jason Derulo's performance had to be edited because he's too good at sex.
All right, you ready?
I guess.
Jesus Christ, super hole. Maybe this song will condemn my soul. Jesus Christ, super hole. You will blow up on that cross-shaped hole. Listen, Jesus, can you let out a toot? That funny noise now will be such a hoot. And please remember, I've been so impressed by your flatulence.
You know, Rick, I know that
I'm not done yet. Try not to your win. Try not to pass your guess. Oh, don't you know everything's all right? Yes, in your behind. Whole blaster smells nasty, stinky, stinky, bold farts. Whole blaster smells nasty. Hey, JC, don't you let one leak. Could bad, you could catch mud butt. I don't know what that was.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ, super hole. Oh, how a big fart makes your bowel swole. Jesus Christ, super hole. Can't make us laugh in a silent lull. Oh, can't you let one blow? Oh, can't you let one know? Why can't you let one blow now? Jesus Christ, super hole. Why did you eat such a large bean bowl?
You
Is that
Liked that one. I liked. You nailed the melody very well.
Yeah, I like the
know
part.
two things. If I can, I know two things. Ricky is going to hell, and our show has been canceled.
I like the part that was like, everything's all right. Yes, everything's fine.
You know, Rick, no one could ever notice that you're going crazy from isolation. So, I think it very well.
I also like the juxtaposition of you singing that song with this like trash behind you.
Yeah, a little bit more up butt.
What?
I didn't hear that.
Upbeat.
Oh.
Well, let's go.
Let's do it.
Points.
Yeah, let's go to our resident Broadway expert, Patrick Belling, for his judgment.
I couldn't be further from that.
Did everyone tell all their jokes?
I think so.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. So, Patrick, do we have a winner?
Do you maybe need Carly's assistance here?
I mean, honestly, yeah. Carly would have been a great judge with all the musical knowledge going around here.
I was judging everything in my head.
Mm-hmm. Jeremy, remind me yours in one word.
It's about musicals.
Sounds like it's not a good sign, but I remember thinking it was funny. Go.
Macavity was one, and then I sang a part of Cats. The Jellicle ball and the underside layer.
Yes, you did.
Jellicle balls.
And then I had the joke about the Jason Derulo.
So I'm gonna go one for each. I liked the Jesus Christ Super Bowl rendition by Rick. I liked Macavity. After you explained it,
I liked your cavity.
I'm taking responsibility for not knowing that one. up front and you having to explain it. So I'm gonna give you the point on it. And I also like Bob's the movie he can get behind. So
So everyone gets one?
Everyone gets one. Mm-hmm.
All right. So that is Bob with 5, Ricardo with 4, and Jeremy with 2, which makes Bob Timmons today's coronavirus winner.
All right. Congratulations, Bob.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
All right.
It feels weird not to be able to give you a congratulatory hug like we normally do.
Yeah,
it feels weird
like I normally do.
Feels weird. I can't really stiff arm the computer.
Well, let's go now over to Carly Kastner, see if she has any burning questions.
Wait, before that, Rick is very disappointed that you cut him off. He had something really fucking good to say. So let's hear it, Rick. Bring the house.
It sucks that we have to forego our traditional European greeting.
A big hit with Jeremy.
I don't get that at all.
I laughed because it wasn't worth it.
I only got it after Ricky did the kisses. Then I get it. But normally we all just kiss on the lips after each.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the live shows, you guys all just kiss on the mouth, so I didn't like it.
Yeah. That's Eastern European greeting.
Okay.
All right, Carly Kastner, do you have any burning questions?
Yeah, okay. Kind of to doing with all the stories, because all the stories are about coronavirus and we're in such a weird time right now. I just want to know, like, what's one thing that you're doing right now to keep yourself sane or to keep yourself occupied?
This show.
I've actually started smoking.
Cigarettes?
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well.
That's disgusting.
Jeremy's a
I
big smoker.
agree. Ew.
I'm stressed out. I just like to take a cool drag every now and then.
I'm smoking a cigarette right now, by the way.
Who picks
Show
up
was that good, huh?
smoking in the middle of their 30s? That is so weird.
Probably a guy who is mentally not in his 30s.
Yep.
So you're 12
Mentally,
behind the
Ricky.
cafeteria?
Mentally, Ricky is 70 years old, kind of ready to let it go.
Physically, he's 70 years old.
Yeah.
Emotionally, he's an adolescent.
Mm.
Mentally, late teens. I've actually, like, this whole quarantine thing has been it's been pretty easy for me because I'm not very social. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of people, and this hasn't really affected me too much. So
It's really made me notice what a extrovert I am. Like I to talk to people. I'm going crazy.
you know that
Maybe sorry, real quick. Maybe Ricky is mentally adolescent because earlier wasn't he like, guys, look at how my mustache looks on the screen.
guys, I have a mustache,
It's coming in so full.
and look at this. I'm unzipping my pants right now.
It's true too, because I Zoom chat with colleagues and I also Zoom chat with my students. And my colleagues never use the green screen, but my students always use the green screen feature on Zoom.
I have up.
Also, Ricky told me he when we tested this system a few days ago, he put a cowboy background behind him.
Oh
And
yeah.
then he forgot to take it off. He forgot to take it off and did a whole work meeting.
No. See, I've been doing bits all week. So I did a gorilla mask with a jungle behind me. And then the next day I did a cowboy hat with a black and white picture of a saloon, like an original picture of a saloon. And nobody mentioned it at all. The gorilla, they did a little bit. But then the cowboy hat, nobody said anything about it. It was,
Maybe they just liked how it looked.
and I couldn't take it off. I just had to keep with the bit.
Arizona.
They just thought it was a real picture because you're in Arizona.
Yeah, everybody looked you over and was like, nothing strange here.
Pat, what about you? Have you been keeping busy?
I have upped my dog walking regimen from once a day to twice a day. Other than that, I've been drinking a lot of wine and playing a lot of Xbox, which is something, normally I totally keep under control,
Sure.
So, pretty much just a lot of that. A lot of working out at home, trying to.
And now you're bragging.
And, well, it doesn't. When I work out at home, it's like 5 minutes, and I'm like, I think I'm done.
My workout regimen is hand jobs.
That's why only his right arm is really strong.
It also stutters, though, which makes for a nice effect.
I recently started watching all of the Harry Potters from number 1. It's very time consuming. It's been really fun. And I'm on number 5 right now, just starting number 5. Very excited.
Wow, that should last you another couple months, huh?
At least another 2 weeks of the quarantine for sure.
I did watch the show Key and Lock, Turn and Lock, Tool and Key.
All of them?
It's a show on Netflix. I can't remember the name now.
Sounds like a trilogy.
I'm gonna make sure I get this right.
Yeah, I've actually I have had to go into work, but there's nobody there. So I haven't really seen anybody, but yeah, I haven't really been stir crazy or anything. Just been playing video games.
It's Lock and Key on Netflix, and it's good. If you guys are trying to find some material to watch, staying in, and you've got Netflix, good.
You gotta sell me on it a little.
It's dramatic. It's
Sold.
It's a mystery, magical mystery. They move into a house that has mysterious keys that have magical powers that they find.
Is it called Mr. Mustopheles?
No, it's called Lock and Key.
Is it Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium?
It's not that.
Is it called Titanic?
Yes, it is called Titanic.
Normally when I ask people to sell me on a show, I feel like they give you a synopsis of the show, but you just use like adjectives. Like, it's a show and there's drama and actors in it.
I do like those things.
It's filmed.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, cool.
There are people, and they pointed a camera at the people, and they recorded it, and you can watch it.
Now
Oh my God.
that sounds like magic.
Yeah.
I gotta see.
Yeah, when Patrick did that, he really looked like a scientist from like we brought in our expert into.
Now, Patrick, when can we expect the coronavirus to be contained to any extensive degree?
I think it's going to be a little while. I think it's going to be a bit.
Cut his mic.
Sorry.
Yeah, Patrick's like, all I know about coronavirus is it's a magical mystery full of drama.
We have the key somewhere, but we can't find it.
Is it called, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I can't think of any movie names right now.
All right. Well, Patrick, thank you for being on our show and being our guest judge. Is there anything that you want to promote?
Yes, I do want to promote something. I was woefully unprepared for this question last time I was on the podcast. But in quarantine, I've been unable to practice with the 2 bands that I play with. But we have been trying to put content onto our Instagram pages. So I'm going to shout those out. At A Better View Official on Instagram and at The Winter Band on Instagram are the 2 bands I play drums in. And we're trying.
Do they know about each other?
Oh yeah. I
Okay.
told everybody, and it was okay.
You dog.
Hey, I told him right at the front, I'm a 2-band man, all right?
Usually there's a 1-man band, but I'm a 2-band man.
Check the content out. Go on the IG. There's a link to go listen to the tunes, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But it's something to do while you're sitting at home doing nothing.
I had not received an invite to go see you play live, and now I never will.
There you have it.
I haven't
With an attitude like that.
per se. I usually just like post on like Instagram, like show coming up.
I'm cool like that.
Yeah. Dan's got a show. Yeah.
But we will have links in the description for this episode, so
There we go.
easy to get to them.
There we go.
And you can, of course, find us online. We're also on Instagram. Is Carly, what's the handle on that? You kind of take care of that account. Okie doke.
Are you serious?
Search us on Google.
Oh my god.
I think it's just at 123 jokes.
But we're anywhere that you can find podcasts. So Stitcher, iTunes, Podbean, any podcatcher you use, you just search us and we will be there.
Yeah.
And we'd certainly appreciate if you give us some likes, comments, suggestions for stories, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
At 123 jokes, all spelled out, no space.
All right.
And hopefully we'll have Aaron Kraft here soon after he and his family have their baby.
Have their baby.
Yay, congrats, Aaron.
Their goddamn baby, keeping him from our show.
Do you think that Patrick? Do you think that Aaron's going to have time with us after the new baby is born?
You better.
Yeah.
All right, I'm anonymous caller.
No, I'm Jeremy Martinez.
I'm Ricardo Brown.
I'm Peter Brady.
And I'm Curly Caster.
And this has been a coronavirus, a quarantine episode of 123 Jokes.
Yes!
Oh shit, we almost let it out that it was a coronavirus episode.